What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube?
Sixers are in trouble. I need a top five.
Man, let's get into best of the week, man. What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube? Back for another episode of Charging to the Game Sports Podcast. Man, we are back in the building, fellas. What's up, man?
What's up?
Man, we are back for the first time. It seems like a long time, man. Like I said, welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, man, sports betting. Today we're gonna be talking heavily on NFL free agency, some NBA news, and then sports bets. I don't know where to start. I mean, we've been really winning a lot of money. Like I said, we've been kind of on a break. I know for a fact I've been kind of just coasting. But my man Z, I know Jay too. I won't talk to you as much, man, because you've been out there in Houston, kind of doing your own thing. I just know from texting Z, this motherfucker's getting that fucking money. Right? But like I said, welcome everybody. Welcome. Before we get into the topics for today, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man. We're back and we're not playing anymore. Okay. But fellas, what's up, man? How you guys been? I know it's been a while, man, and people been asking what's the fuck that happened to the show. I mean, y'all cancel it, y'all break up. You know what I mean? What's going on?
Look, nice break at the end of the NFL season, although they say the NFL never has an off season with the craziness. I mean, literally, what was it on Selection Sunday from March Madness? Brady announces he's coming back, and
man,
they steal all the thunder from the NCAA tournament. It's all Brady
like
all the time.
Just like that.
Bucks fans, we're back, man. I mean, you can keep your season tickets now. We don't have to worry about Kyle Trask starting at quarterback and Blaine Gabbert. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I really think they was going to roll with those guys. I mean, like we're going to get to it later on in the show. But like I said, we got so much. We got the Browns we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the Raiders. In my opinion, asleep. They had the best offseason out of anybody. Jay, I know you excited. Broncos, 100%. Steelers, Bucks, Chargers, the AFC. Bro, your whole division is just lit, Jay. I mean.
Yeah, AFC West is unbelievable. And Tyreek Hill gone, so the other teams in the West happy.
Tyreek Hill gone. Matt Ryan on the fucking Colts. Devontae Adams on the Raiders. Man, I just don't know where to start. Let's start with this Cleveland stuff, man. So the Browns, bro, they said they said fuck this shit. Baker Mayfield. They saw what I saw. They said, look, Baker, you fucking suck, guy. Okay, you suck. Get the fuck up out of here, okay? But I mean, they brought in Deshaun Watson, and I mean, Deshaun is what his charges are all free, and he's dropped. I think something just happened.
So the second grand jury is not. So they're not pursuing charges either. So he's
so he's free.
Yeah. So that was today. So the second district attorney said they're not moving forward.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm proud of my man because
but the civil stuff is out there. So
yeah,
he still got 22 civil charges against him.
But those are just kind of numbers. You remember when he first started? They were like, "Yo, he might not even ever play football again."
Yeah,
my man beat that. My man beat that. And once all that stuff got clear, we saw that everybody wanted them. The Bucks wanted them. The Colts wanted them. The Browns obviously wanted them. The Panthers, everybody in the whole entire world wanted the guy because of his upside and what he brought to the table. And we ultimately got to see what, the market is for a franchise quarterback, man. I mean, franchise quarterback, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who you have on your franchise. You can have Aaron Donald. You can have Jalen. You can have one of these players that are best in the league at the position. But when it comes to the quarterback position, if you have a good one, you have a chance to win it all. You know what I mean? But I mean, what do you think about this Browns trade, man? Like I said, Deshaun, he's now on the Browns.
They're all in.
Yeah, man, they are all in. Like, what do you guys think about this?
You want to go ahead, Z?
They gave up a lot. I mean, they mortgaged their future basically on Watson. They signed Jacoby Brissett as the backup quarterback. They still got Baker Mayfield, so they're going to trade him for a bag of chips.
Fuck out of him. Please don't come. Please.
So,
I saw some articles today. Somebody back up Tom Brady. I don't want that motherfucker, man.
That's what they're saying. That's Tampa or Seattle.
I saw it, bro. I tried to just read through something else because I was like, if he comes, I like legitimately. If Baker Mayfield comes to the Bucks, I might even switch my fucking team. That's how bad I hate the guy. That fucking bad. And everybody knows how long I've loved for the Bucks. Anybody that I've always since a little kid, and one guy will come there and change my whole opinion, the whole entire organization. But yeah, man. I mean, Jay, what do you think about the trade, bro?
As much as people say mortgage about their future, I mean, shit, when the Browns ever had a chance to really have a future?
You're right.
So I mean, well, at this point, it's like we never had that really. All the picks they got down the toilet. So I mean,
and
get someone like Charlie
Fry.
Three firsts. I know you see that jersey with the 23 quarterbacks in the last 20 years.
Crazy.
Bro, they all suck. Like we had Brody Coyle and Brady Quinn,
Spurgeon Wynn,
Tim Couch. Bro,
they chose Spurgeon Wynn ahead of Brady.
I don't know where to start. Like I said, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, man, don't take this stuff for granted. Like I said, when the Bucks got Tom Brady, like I said, I yet, you know, that was my actually first time going to Tampa, going to a Bucks game, man. You know what I mean? But like I was a kid when they won the first Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I'm actually just turned 30, so you know I'm still a younger guy and stuff like that. But I mean, when your team gets one of these really good quarterbacks and they got an opportunity to win, you got to support them and go to these games because you never know when everybody's going to be like, look, you have to just put your stuff away in the box and never wear it again. You know what I mean? The team.
Look, imagine in Pittsburgh, 18 years of Ben, and we have been spoiled. No losing seasons in that 18-year period.
But like the thing is, if we're gonna get to you guys, like the only thing with you guys is we're gonna see what's happening because you guys got Mitch. Yeah. I mean, and now you're in division with Deshaun Watson, and the way I look at the Browns, man, the Browns are gonna be a major contender. A lot of people might say they gave up a lot, man, but look at the Rams. The Rams gave up.
And if Watson gets suspended 6 games, I mean, it's dirty how they did. Yeah, it's dirty how they did his contract, making it his salary $1 million this year and then $46 million next year, so that he gets suspended and the 6 games only comes out of that $1 million salary.
Yeah,
which is dirty.
Yeah, I mean, NFL's a dirty business, man. I mean, we've seen, you know, NFL is brutal, man. I mean, I'm proud of these guys that get their money. It's not like NBA contracts, and we'll have some NBA and NFL agents on here again, man. Because like I said, I mean, I want you guys to understand, you know, what it really goes on. This isn't Madden. This isn't NBA 2K franchise. This is real life.
But Deshaun got an NBA deal, $230 million guaranteed.
He did. And the thing is, I mean, that quarterback money different, man. So if you got a son and he got a nice arm, you tell him to play quarterback, okay? Because I know mine is. Right. You tell him to play defensive end or somewhere along that defensive line or quarterback. If he can't play quarterback, he play D-end, he play D-tackle, he play D-line because, I mean, the hierarchy is like quarterback, then you got T.J. Watt, then you got Aaron Donald, you got Max Crosby. Jay, your boy got a big deal, man.
Yeah.
Those D linemen get paid. Corners, not so much. The market's okay for them. But if you can, I mean, everything revolves around a quarterback. If you're a good quarterback and then you can rush the quarterback, that's all that matters. That's where the money is. So, but yeah, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, man, I mean, you got Amari Cooper. I mean, he's there now. I mean, I think he's solid. I think we all know that he's not elite. I've been telling people this for years. He comes up small in big games. You saw what he did in the playoffs. He did absolutely nothing. You know, they kind of just let him go for peanuts, like a 5th or 6th round pick. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you let my man go for that. I mean, and then you got him I mean, I think he's solid. He's going to do well with Deshaun. He's the best receiver, in my opinion, that Deshaun's ever had. And then they're trying to bring Jarvis Landry back, right?
It's a possibility. Well, he's open to it now. So
yeah, because he didn't want to play with Baker Mayfield.
And did you see Odell said he's open to Cleveland now too?
Right, bro. The thing is, I've been telling people for the long this is why I love, like I said, I love our sports podcast, man, because we give unbiased stuff. I want you guys to understand something for our audience. And as ESPN and NFL, they exist for reasons, man. They want to push a narrative about quarterbacks, especially white quarterbacks, man. Like Baker Mayfield. This motherfucker had no business being in commercials with Patrick Mahomes. He had a State Farm commercial.
Shit, he had a Hulu commercial.
A lot of
God. He was getting banked.
But where did I see Lamar Jackson? I don't see Lamar Jackson on that level, having these big, huge commercials with national brands and State Farm and Allstate and all of that. I mean, they had Baker. Just think, they had Baker Mayfield doing commercials with the likes of Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and guys like that. They were really trying to elevate this guy. You know what I mean? So his agent did an amazing job.
Absolutely.
But
that motherfucker sucks. Okay?
Okay.
He did himself no favors with that letter he wrote saying goodbye and acting like a kid.
Yeah.
When all this was happening.
Oh, you got to elaborate on that, man. Because, a lot of people that don't know, I mean, tell us about that again, Z. What exactly?
Yeah, when just because of the discussions with Deshaun, that's when and Deshaun had said Cleveland is out, and then so Baker wrote this long goodbye to Cleveland and demanded a trade, and that's when Cleveland said, "Okay, we have to get Deshaun now." Called him back, and they said, "Not only will we do the trade, we will add an extra whatever it was, $48 million to your contract guaranteed." And that was when he said, "Well, Cleveland is no longer out. Cleveland is now the favorite."
Because he passed on him.
Yeah, he said no. And until they gave him that money, $250 guaranteed. Atlanta wasn't going to do that. Carolina wasn't going to do that. New Orleans wasn't going to do that. And he liked them better for football reasons. But cash talks.
he made the better choice to me, man. I mean, when you look at this Browns team, they still have the best. They have arguably the best offensive line in football. The motherfuckers, they got Wyatt Teller. They got Joe Benito, I think still. They got some other guys. I can't remember all their names.
Yeah,
they're really good.
They cut their center to save money to give the money to Deshaun. They cut their tight end Hooper.
But they got some other good tight ends, and they got some other good pieces. And then
of course cutting Jarvis too, that creating space.
Right. If you're a Browns fans, man, you guys got a shot. But moving on, man. Let's talk a little bit about this Raiders. I mean, Jay, I gotta let you hold it first, man. I mean, bro, where do we start with you guys? You guys, what was world, man?
What was your reaction when y'all got Davante Adams? I want to know your pure initial reaction when you saw that.
Blazed like a motherfucker.
I jumped up and screamed middle of the work, mid conversation. They're like, "What happened?" No, don't worry about it. I had to step out and move myself because I just couldn't believe Adams got sent to the Raiders, and it happened so quickly. I've been on that wave for a minute now. I think I was on a 10 for the first like 3 to 4 days. I'm lower down to an 8, a humble 8. That's where I'm at. But I don't want to hear nothing else. We had the best offseason. I don't want to hear shit.
And think about the deal they got for Davante Adams and compare it to what Kansas City got for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, the Raiders only gave up 2 picks.
And Davante Adams is better than Tyreek Hill, and I'm just letting y'all know that right now. People disagree.
What was it, 2 firsts, or was it
2 firsts?
2 firsts.
Way better.
Yeah, 2
Only
firsts.
2 picks,
What are they saying in Los Angeles? Fuck those picks for Davante Adams.
Right.
Fuck out of here. Right.
Bro, and let me ask you guys this, because a lot of teams are doing this now. Like you said, Jay, they are saying, fuck these goddamn draft picks. We're ready to win now. Okay? We don't care about later on. The Rams, they didn't care about later on. All of these other teams, they did not care.
Yeah. You know what I mean? AFC West has been crazy. It's just one team trying to one up the next. every day something is happening with all the AFC West teams.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, that AFC West, that whole entire division. But Jay, like I said, you guys bringing in Devontae Adams. I mean, he's played with Derek Carr before in college. They both went to Fresno State.
Yep.
The chemistry is obviously still there. They love each other. They're like brothers. I was actually watching some of the college highlights the other day. They lit it up, man. I mean, just think of this. Derek Carr, wasn't he the first overall pick or something like that?
No, his brother was David Carr.
But Derek was still a high pick, though, right?
No, he was a second-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he was still. But I mean, yeah, Devontae Adams, and they kind of, fed off of each other. They had great college careers at Fresno State, and then now you got an offense.
And then Bay Area, he's a lifelong Raiders fan.
Yeah. Oh, they West Coast guys, Raiders fans.
You see the pictures of Devontae as a kid with Tim Brown with a Tim Brown jersey.
Yeah. Talking about Ben a Raider.
Definitely Cali guys.
I was on it.
So, man. I mean, Vegas, but yeah, West Coast anyway. But,
I
mean, you got Carr at quarterback. You got Adams. They got a young, nice receiving core. They got Darren Waller, who was banged up last year. A lot of people don't remember that. Later in the season.
And then Renfro in the slot.
You got Hunter Winthrop. He will heat your ass up. I mean, you can't guard him. You can't not one corner guard him one-on-one. Now, Jalen Ramsey, I've seen the tape on that. He's cooked Mike Evans cooked him in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So all of these, corners can get baked on any day. It doesn't really matter. Right. But, I mean, you can't guard Hunter Winthrop one-on-one. You can't guard Devontae Adams one-on-one. You can't guard Darren Waller one-on-one. Yeah. Josh Jacobs, I mean, you can no longer have 8-9 people in the box. He can just gonna run over people.
You can't.
How do you stop the Raiders' offense? And on the other side, you guys sit there and gave my man Max Crosby the big deal they deserve, man.
He deserved it. Yep, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, he's fought a lot for that. Anybody that's kind of, outside of Crosby, past as far as him being alcoholic and stuff like that and beating that. So, outside of that, that's enough. But anyone that kind of been able to stick with the Raiders past last year and actually perform absolutely deserves to get paid when their time comes. Because that was a rough year. I can't imagine if none of that didn't happen. If we still had Ruggs, we made this sign. Oh my gosh, so many.
Because he was coming into his own, Ruggs was really coming into his own, man.
So I'm happy. Believe it or not, at this point, I think that we may be, to me, possibly second in the division, in my opinion.
Who? The Chiefs?
Not even the Chiefs. I say the Chargers.
Chargers, yeah. They did
Chargers,
bring Mac.
Shoot, Denver ain't no joke with Russ now.
Like I said, that whole entire division is wild, dog.
It's a dog fight, but like you said, we break it down, like as far, especially like wideout core, position to position. Devontae Adams is the best wide receiver in that division.
He's the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Well, okay, we're on the same page, baby. So there you go. Yeah, so it's just that, and then also, like I said, a lot of people don't know about Edwards coming out. Edwards started to really do.
See, like I said, you got
prone too,
bro. Your receiver. Yeah. Tell us about your receiving core, because a lot of people don't. I don't even know everybody, but I just see them guys make plays. Who's number 7 again? He was nice too.
Oh, well, he went to. I think he went to Jags.
Okay.
So as of right now, we got Devontae Adams, we got Hunter Renfro. I'm counting Waller because Waller is tight end, but we also have Edwards from South Carolina. He's starting to be nice. He's more possession wide receiver, and then we picked up Chiefs third.
Oh
third
yeah.
Pringle?
No, the other guy, number 14.
Robinson is fast. I think that's Robinson fast. Yeah,
DeMarcus Robinson.
DeMarcus Robinson.
You guys picked him up.
Yeah, so now that's how wide receiver core. Boy, we snapping. We trying
to
get
it. Brady's not playing, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. And like I said, my picks are usually pretty right because if you look at the beginning of the show, look at last season. I was just gonna be bullshitting. I said out of the AFC, I picked the teams. I said the Bills. I said the Chiefs. I said I picked the Titans coming out of that division. I'm picking the Raiders for this division, man. With Hill out of there, the Chargers
are tough. Chargers
are tough, but the Raiders played. The Raiders got Max Crosby. That motherfucker's crazy. There's something wrong with him.
If you compare,
it's the Ravens, dog. We had Lamar running for his life. I'm like, who is this white guy chasing Lamar?
Oh yeah, I was eating that shit up.
Yeah, nah, he dominated the Steeler game too. I was there, saw it in person.
It's
That dude, I was
crazy.
like, oh my god, our offensive tackle was struggling. This
Oh
dude.
yeah, he was beating that ass. He's not playing.
Yeah, man. He's
No,
an
but I mean, if you think about the Chargers, adding Khalil Mack to
Right.
Bosa on the other side. I mean, they added
That-
J.C. Jackson at corner.
Chargers my Madden team, man. I'll fuck people up in there with the
Oh,
Chargers.
yeah. They re-signed Mike Williams,
Yeah.
and I mean Herbert, another year for Herbert, and then coming off the way they lost that last game, not to make the playoffs. Thank you,
You're right.
Raiders, again.
Oh
But,
yeah.
the Chargers' downfall might be their coach going for it on fourth down.
He is an idiot. He is.
Yeah, he got some balls on him.
That's another thing. I mean, coaching matters. Look at the Cowboys with Mike McCarthy. His big sandwich eating ass. You know what I mean? This
Sandwich. The sandwich eating that.
But I mean, like I said, I mean, coaching matters. The Raiders, I know it's gonna be, a fight. I just think the Raiders match up with anybody. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be one of them teams that you just don't want to play. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, did they shore up their offensive line? Because they were.
We did not.
No.
That's the one thing I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Offensive line,
it'll be in the draft. Yeah,
Free
offensive
agency.
line, free agency, and I think and our linebackers. I'm a little worried.
Think about if they end up with Honey Badger. So all the talk is that he narrowed it down to Steelers or Raiders. If he goes to the Raiders, because at safety they struggled last year. They got taken advantage of.
Well,
Sure,
no,
didn't
I say, because I mean, we have one safety that's always injured, but no,
Who's that white dude at safety y'all got? I forgot his name. Is it y'all? No, that's the Chiefs.
No, that's the Chiefs. Yeah,
You got that little slow dude. I swear to God, I
swear to God.
I swear to God, I can do everything you can do. Give me a contract.
Oh Lord.
It looks like they're going to replace him with Terrell Edmonds.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Good
I don't
riddance.
blame him. Shit, like I said, I can go out there and do that. I mean, that motherfucker don't do nothing.
I'm about to say, the only thing about it, Jonathan Abram is always injured with safety. He's not a bad safety, but he's always injured.
Bro,
That'd be the problem.
What is wrong with him? Like, every year he starts off good, then he gets hurt, and you never see him again.
Yeah, but Trayvon was a pick. That's a gem. That was a gem. I safety drafted last year. That was a fucking gem. I'm not worried about nothing about that. So
Y'all still got that crazy guy. Did y'all cut him? The guy that was, what's the dude? Y'all cut him, I thought. He was sitting there threatening people. One of your cornerbacks. Was it?
No, they cut him quick. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know. Oh yeah, he been gone. Yeah, he been gone. We cut the fuck out of him.
Right.
You was already hanging on a thin thread anyway, Bucko.
Yeah, he was wild.
Yeah.
They had another guy who got cut who threatened a guy in traffic with a gun or something.
That's what I said. It was somebody else. It was like I said, Raiders, man. Bro, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all too much in that. Well, y'all in Vegas, but I mean, y'all bringing that. I mean, South Central LA culture. Like, God damn, bro. Still there.
Nah, you right.
But like that's
defense.
Yeah, that defense.
No, I think the Bucks did well. I mean, first off, Tom Brady back.
Yeah,
I know.
That's big.
What was your first reaction, Rome, when you heard Brady coming back?
Man,
crazy.
Like I said, I did not want to brag.
Go ahead,
bro.
Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit.
I ain't gonna lie, because I've been trying to be humble. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, the whole entire time when Brady said he retired, I was just sitting there thinking, like, Brady,
Blaine Gabbert was going to be your quarterback.
how in the hell did you leave us with Kyle Trash and Blaine Gabbert? Please, sir, please come back. And the thing is, you didn't even
Kyle Trash.
right, bro. I'm just sitting there like, how did you do this? Why would you do this to us? And I'm just like, okay, so what are we gonna do? Are we in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes? No. Is Russell Wilson coming? No, he didn't come. Are we gonna get Matt Ryan? Are we gonna get this person? They didn't show any interest. And then Tom Brady says he's coming back. When that man said he came back, dog, I looked at the Bucs schedule. I mean, I know this official schedule. I looked at their home and away games. I mapped out what games I'm going to. I said, yep, I'm going to that one. to that one. I'm
going
going to
that
this
way.
one because I'm telling you, I was not going to any Bucks games because if they were starting Kyle Trask and Blaine Gabbert, you know what I mean? I mean, those guys are just they're okay. Like Kyle Trask, he's a young guy. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be good later on. But the Bucks team that they got now, they're ready to win. They were just, I mean, they were the defending Super Bowl champs until they lost to the Rams. And like I said, the Rams are a bad matchup for pretty much anybody. And we proved that they were a bad matchup for us. They beat us at home in the playoffs. We were down early. We bombed back late. Mike Evans and Tom Brady worked some magic. We brought Chris Godwin back. We let some guys walk, like Ndamukong Suh. We brought back Leonard Fournette. My biggest question is, I mean, I'm gonna have to put heat on Todd Bowles, man. Todd Bowles, you gotta, I mean, show us something, man, because that defense, as good as all of those guys were, they played like trash all fucking season long, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That defense, as good as all the Vita Vea and Vontae David and Devin White.
On paper, it look crazy.
On paper, the defense
they signed Logan Ryan, a veteran, to play safety.
He's a veteran. Yeah,
and then they're bringing back Carlton Davis, that big corner.
Man, now let's talk about that. I do not want to bring him in. You guys know how I feel about Carlton Davis, man.
He's
big.
I'm about to cry, man.
He gave him a nice contract too.
I swear I'm about to cry, man, because it's just like I cannot believe that they paid this man that much money for Carlton Davis, the same guy. You remember that Chiefs game last year? Tyreek Hill had 200 and something yards in the first quarter.
Peace, deuces, Carlton Davis.
Not the whole game, the first quarter. He was heating his ass up. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking about with that.
I mean, they gave him 3 years, $45 million.
Man,
he came up.
Yeah, he came up big time because I'm telling you, nobody else would give him that money. You know what I mean? I didn't want him. He's incredibly slow. He's big. Slow as hell. Oh, he's big. He's big. Put him as big, slow ass at safety. Let him come down and he'll hit people or something. But I didn't want him, man. I did not want him. I'd rather give that money to my man Jordan Whitehead. That motherfucker hits the shit out of people. He's an absolute beast.
He's with the Jets. Jets. Talk about going from Tampa to the Jets.
Yeah, he got paid a lot of money. I mean, he's gonna shock. He's gonna be like the new Jamal Adams. A lot of people might know who the hell is that. I mean, that dude can probably bench about 400 or 500 pounds.
He's good against the run. He's really good against the run. Yeah,
he's just an absolute beast in the way. He's incredibly strong. He might be one of the strongest players in the NFL, pound for pound. If you are a passive football fan, go on Instagram and go look at Jordan Whitehead. That motherfucker is strong as shit. But but yeah, man. I mean, the Bucks. I mean, like I said, we're gonna be back in the hunt. We brought in Shaq Mason. I love that. I love that. That pickup we let when Alex Kappa go and then Ali Marpet retired. Like I said, my biggest thing, I just want to keep it short, sweet Bucks fan. I just know that Tom Brady's back, man. With Tom Brady, anything is possible. Okay, it's that simple to me. But moving on, man. I mean, Z, let's talk about your Steelers, man, because man.
hold on. I gotta poke fun at Big Z. Mr. Aaron Rodgers coming. Aaron Rodgers is coming.
He took the money. I mean, at least he considered us.
Yeah.
But I mean, getting that $150 million guaranteed and getting rid of all his receivers. I mean, because he took all the money, Valdez-Scantling's in KC and Devontae's with the Raiders. But Aaron got that $150 million guaranteed. So now we'll see the real Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, man.
But I mean, with the Steelers, I'm encouraged because they made a lot of low-key under the radar moves, but they attacked a lot of their needs. Biggest weakness was the offensive line. They signed James Daniels, guard from the Bears, who's gonna be a stud. I mean, I saw his press conference. I was so fired up. He was, I'm here to be a leader and control it. They signed the center Mason Cole from the Vikings, who destroyed the Steelers when the Steelers played the Vikings. I was so glad to get him on our side because Dalvin Cook had 230-some yards rushing on that Thursday night game against the Steelers. And so Mason Cole is going to solidify the center position, so that is good. And then it moves Kendrick Green back to the bench where he belongs because that dude is too small to play center in the NFL. I mean, I know he's a rookie and he's got plenty of time to improve, but, I mean, come on. That was just torture for me to watch. But defensively, again, improvements. Miles Jack put him right at linebacker. Very good under the Raiders.
Change of scenery.
Yeah, strong. I mean, and then if people, Steeler fans, remember he had the pick in the playoff game to beat the Steelers. So it's nice that they keep showing his play of his career, and it was to knock us out of the playoffs. I mean,
is that when the Jags was real good and they had Leonard Fournette running all over people?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the Steelers had home field. They came to Pittsburgh and won, which is horrible. But now
let's talk about Mitch, man. Now I want to talk about Mitch.
I'm encouraged.
Bro, you got Mitch Trubisky.
That was a drop off from Aaron Rodgers, and then got Mitch.
No, so but if you think about it, they signed him 2 years, $8 million. So they're paying him nothing.
It's a friendly contract.
Yeah, paying him nothing, and then I mean, with incentives, he can get an extra $27 million. But that's if they go to the Super Bowl and all this crazy shit happens. He will be glad. I hope
right. You said it right. Crazy shit happen, right?
Well, look, I hope he gets all his incentives and we can write that $27 million check.
I bet you do.
I'm encouraged with Mitch because I watched that first preseason game last year.
Oh, here you go.
Against the Bears, where he had 340 yards and 4 touchdowns. I remember watching that game. And I mean, of course, it was his revenge game against the Bears in Chicago. But I was like, "Ooh, Mitch is looking good."
So Mitch is good. So you're comfortable with Mitch Trubisky?
I am comfortable because think about it. He's mobile. I mean, last year Ben's biggest issue was he couldn't move, and the offensive line was terrible. With Mitch, he could move around. They made improvements on the offensive line. The whole team is going to be changed. We're not going to throw the ball 50 times a game. It's going to be Najee. And Mitch, just don't be crazy and lose the ball. Run around and get a few first downs. Make some plays, and we'll be all right. And then, so I'm encouraged. Now, the one signing, so Chidi Okofor, who's the tackle, they paid him ridiculous money. I mean, he's average. He's not great. But the issue was the Steelers' old offensive line coach is with the Bears now, and the damn Bears offered him $26 million, and the Steelers went up to 28 to keep him out. I mean, I was like, hey, we signed an average player to come back. He's young. He's okay. And then when they announced they paid him $28 million, I was like, oh, fuck, what? I mean, if you compared James Daniel – got less money, and he's a way better player. But the only reason...
Who else did y'all pick up on the offensive line, though?
We picked up the center from the Vikings, Mason Cole, very good. And then we picked up the guard, James Daniels from the Bears, who's a Pro Bowler. So that's, I mean, and the problem for the Steelers was the interior offensive line. I mean, Najee would get the ball and have nowhere to run. Now he's going to have some holes to go. And so I'm encouraged. Now, the icing on the cake, we still need a safety. They've got a huge hole at safety.
Oh, you need another receiver. Who's your second receiver?
Well, I mean, we'll get receiver in the draft.
You're a drafted receiver.
Yeah, it's a heavy draft for what?
Because they got Deontay Johnson and Claypool, but
you still got Johnson.
Yeah, we got Johnson and Claypool.
Johnson's nice though.
Yeah, so Johnson 1, Claypool 2. We need to get a 3 and a 4. We lost. Of course, Juju went to Kansas City. And then I
give a fuck about Juju.
Man, that's funny.
And then James Washington. Oh, the Cowboys' only free agent signing, James Washington to Dallas. And so he's a Cowboy. So yeah. So we got to replace 2 receivers. But Steelers, they'll find somebody in the 5th, 6th round and make them a Pro Bowler. They've done it over and over and over.
Steelers have historically done great at the receiver position. You just think all the seasons they've had really good ones.
I see the interview with Plaxico Burress. He said they drafted him in the 1st round, and his whole 8 years he was there, the Steelers drafted another receiver every year. Every year the draft, they never go through a draft without drafting a receiver.
Steelers, they have a really good. I mean, and Steelers have a really good. I don't know who is the wide receivers coach. He does an amazing job of developing receivers.
So for a long time, it was Charles Mann. He retired, and then they had the next guy they hired. He passed away during the season, then they just fired the guy they had last year. So they got a new receivers coach this year.
And you could tell. They could tell because that guy was not. They were not usually like the Steelers receivers used to be like bomb. Like just think of all the receivers they used to have, like all the way back to Hines Ward, Plaxico Burress, Emmanuel Sanders, Santonio Holmes, tons of guys, and they were all developed. You know what I mean? It wasn't like
even Mike Wallace. They all got paid somewhere else.
Mike Wallace,
but they were never as good as they were in Pittsburgh, and then all the way out down to AB. AB got paid when he left, but he ain't done really much. He won a Super Bowl.
He's just crazy.
Other than that,
he's still amazing. But
if
that motherfucker, because I mean, and Bucks fans, if we had still at AB, I wasn't worried about shit. That motherfucker can get open. That was our issue against the Rams. They were double and tripling Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin was hurt. With AB, you can't send one guy at him because he's gonna bake the fuck out of him. Okay, but I mean, you couldn't do nothing. But with the Steelers, man, we're gonna see because Mitch Trubisky to me is horrible, and I know they did pick up James Daniels in the center for the Vikings. James Daniels is great. That's a great pickup. I love that. But my biggest thing is Mitch. I just hate everything about him. Just me.
He's good for this offense, for the Matt Canada offense, because it's a lot of rollouts, a lot of bootlegs, a lot of short passes. They don't ask the quarterback to do crazy stuff.
But what I'm saying, why am I?
And that's Mitch. I mean, he had a year in Buffalo on the bench to learn behind Josh Allen.
Well, he ain't Josh Allen.
But I saw an interview with. So they signed the corner from Buffalo. They signed the corner Levi Wallace. And this is a lesson to Baker, too. If you think about it, Mitch was known as a super smart guy who the whole team loves. Levi Wallace said this dude would had like watches for everybody for Christmas, would show up to everybody's events. He was like, one of the main reasons I chose Pittsburgh is because Mitch came here. And I thought to myself, the value in being a professional. Josh Allen is a superstar quarterback, but the whole team can see that Mitch was a pro versus Baker when the team hates him. And nobody wants to sign him. Nobody wants to trade for him now.
Here's another thing with Baker.
It's going to be a bag of chips for Baker.
Because you guys know how I love the bag on Baker. This motherfucker, I don't know what's wrong with him. She got one of them things. He thinks he's better than what he is. He's like one of them guys. Like, he's ugly as hell, but he tries to go for the 10s at the club. Like, bro, have you looked in the mirror? Bro, you better go over there and pull a 4 or 5 or something.
Say he better go over there and pull a 4.
You better go buy 1,000 drinks for that lady because ain't nothing gonna happen.
Not 1,000 drinks, fool.
But I'm just saying, bro, doesn't he just seem like, bro, he thinks he's the best. He thinks he's like Tom Brady or Deshaun Watson or somebody. Like, I don't understand where he gets his. I mean, I respect. Everybody has to have confidence.
Yeah, I'm about to say you gotta have confidence, bro.
He's delusional. Like literally, once Deshaun Watson got, traded to the Browns, Jarvis Landry said, "I want to be gone." Odell Ben said he wanted out. I mean, it went so far. Odell Beckham's dad took his time out through his busy day in his life and said, "Look, my son was open." And he was. But Baker Mayfield couldn't hit him because that motherfucker can't read defenses. He's horrible. And Z, like I said, I know for a fact you were like, man, please, Baker, please come back.
Look, I want Baker to stay. I mean,
of course you want him to stay.
I mean, TJ Watt's sack numbers. We're guaranteed 4 or 5 sacks in 2 games.
But that's what I was gonna say. Didn't he have like 8 sacks in 2 games against the Browns or something? One of them games he had like 5 sacks. He had like 5 sacks against the Browns one game. I remember
he had a 6-sack game
against one guy. And the thing is, it's not like the Browns have a bad offense. This is what happened. He would get the ball. His first read wasn't open. This idiot of a quarterback would run around, and then T.J. Watt would just knock the hell out of him.
Because Baker's issue, I mean, he's not very fast. He's not mobile. He's not very.
I think he's shifty. Shifty. That's it.
He thinks he is.
He's too short. He's too short. I mean, he really is too short. He's not fast. He doesn't have a strong arm. He's very average. He's the perfect backup quarterback, but he's not a starter in the NFL.
Damn, you said he's the perfect backup. Jesus.
He's a baker. Yeah, like I said, you can bake.
Because I was thinking, man, if the reports are if he gets cut, Steelers might bring him in to compete with Dwayne Haskins and Mason Rudolph for the backup spot. And I was like, let's just throw another arm in there with
He'll be a backup, yeah.
And then think about it. Haskins first round pick, Baker first round pick, and then Mason, we got him in the second round pick. I mean, we're just collecting average quarterbacks left and right. I'm just
we're catching a lot of average quarterbacks. I'm like, what's going on?
Figure one of them. I mean, everybody got a tool, but the thing with Trubisky that he can move. Yeah, that's all Mitch I like. He can move.
He can run. I mean, one of my biggest knocks of Mitch all the way out of college, he would climb up everybody's board because he had that big arm, which he still does.
Yeah, he does.
But and he can run. He's an athlete.
But the thing is, look at all the guys that was like that in the draft. And yeah, Patrick Ramsey. Remember Patrick Ramsey for Washington? Yeah. He was like that. I mean, look at
But look, he had Matt Nagy as a coach. That's something.
Pew.
I mean, think about what he did with Justin Fields. That was a terrible coach.
I mean, we'll see what's gonna happen. But I mean, let's talk a little bit about the Broncos. Like, what do you guys think about the Broncos got Russell Wilson? I mean, Russell Wilson now's on the Broncos.
Broncos going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, Broncos and
I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, Broncos got Von. I mean, not Von Miller. Von Miller's on the Bills. Bills are another team. A lot of people might not like this. Them motherfuckers are going to be tough to beat, especially with Tyreek Hill going, because that's the only team standing in the way of Buffalo. If you're a Bills fan, I mean, this might be all year. But, I mean, the Broncos, I mean, with them bringing in Russell Wilson, man, and then the selection of receivers, and people are like, man, they ain't that good. Cortland Sutton is a beast. He's an absolute monster. You can't guard him one-on-one. You got young guys and KJ Hamler, and Jerry Jeudy, if he can just catch the damn ball and not drop it. He had a drop problem. I don't know what the hell was wrong with him, man. Mm-hmm. And then they still got Melvin Gordon and the young guy from North Carolina, the running back?
Yeah, Williams. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, man. So Broncos, and then they already got a really good defense. They just couldn't score no points, and they had Drew Lock.
They got the D lineman from the Niners too, who's a good D lineman. I mean, Broncos made moves. Broncos are
solid. Broncos are solid. Yeah, Jay, that's the only team. While if in that division, them and I just think you guys just beat the Chargers. I know the Chargers on paper, you guys just seem to really just smoke them every time you guys play them. And even with the bad team you guys had last year, how the Raiders, how they beat the Chargers? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we shouldn't have beat the Chargers. We shouldn't have beat the Chiefs. It's definitely suspect stuff going on, but I mean, you always find a way.
I mean, Broncos gonna be tough. Bills, like I said, Bills Mafia, man. Tyreek Hill's gone. I mean, that was the only Patrick Mahomes we saw. Dumb stuff he was doing in the playoffs. Against the Bengals. The Bengals are gonna be now. They got offensive linemen. They got our old lineman. I forgot his name.
Kappa.
Kappa's a really good young guy. He got a big contract. They brought in somebody else too, I thought.
Yeah, Lyle Collins from the Cowboys.
Bengals are gonna be a problem.
And then they got a center too in free agency.
Bengals.
So he's
a problem, I mean, that division. I mean, we're gonna see that division always just beats up on each other. And Z, from experience, anybody can beat anybody. Steelers with Mitch Trubisky can almost beat anybody in the division. It's just their defense.
If the Steelers get Honey Badger, that will solidify the defense, and so they will win in a different way than the other team. So Mitch can't compete with Deshaun and Joe Burrow
Right.
and
And
Lamar,
Lamar, yeah.
but the Steelers' way is going to be old school Steeler football: run the
Is Tua
ball.
coming back? Is Tua coming back?
Yeah,
What is
Tua's
he
coming
doing?
back. Yeah, he's coming back.
Okay.
So he'll be back. Yeah, they're going to be Steelers going to be strong. I mean, but there's a hole with safety. So I mean, if they can somehow,
Do you want Sorensen from the Chiefs?
no, so they're talking to they're talking to Matthew.
Yeah.
Or yeah, they're talking to Matthew. I'm hoping upon hope because I thought it was going to be either Tyrann Matthew. They're talking about some cowboy guy, Kaiser, whatever his name is.
Oh, he's
I don't know.
solid.
Yeah.
He's solid. He's a hitter. He hits.
Yeah. So he's the two, and that's what they need because they, I mean, Minka gonna cover the back end, so they just need a hitter at strong.
He
safety.
will hit you. I mean that's one thing he can do. He will hit you, but I mean, that division's gonna be tough. Now let's talk about this Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins, they went and got Tyreek Hill. So and Tua was coming on strong late in the season. They won like 8
Dolphins,
straight.
I mean, they moved. And think about it, Tyreek Hill to add to they signed Armstead, who was the best tackle available from New Orleans.
He's a beast of all of us.
I mean, they signed Mostert, the running back from San Francisco.
One of the fastest guys in the league.
They signed Chase Edmonds, who was the running back in Arizona, who's the third down guy, who's solid.
Really fast too.
They signed Cedric Wilson as another. I mean, think about the receivers.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
for the Cowboys, they got Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, they got Cedric Wilson. So their receivers are going to be Honey Badger. I mean, not Honey Badger. Tyreek Hill, Cedric Wilson, and Waddle.
Waddle, Devontae Parker. They still got Devontae Parker.
Parker's a free agent, so he's going to be gone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so Devontae Parker's gone. Okay.
And they signed Teddy Bridgewater. If Tua can't step up, they got Bridgewater as a backup quarterback.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
So they got a pro backup who's going to be given the keys to a sports car of an offense.
I just realized that Jay usually have Jay, but you got Raider Jay today. You had to let them know today, bro.
Yes, sir. We're kings of free agency. I don't care what nobody say. We literally just pulled a Matt Stafford type move as with the Rams. Man, fuck those picks. I'm there. I'm with it. I can't fucking wait.
Man, I just can't wait for the season to start, man. Because on the AFC side, like I said, I know things are gonna be blurry right now, but like if I had to just with my football knowledge, the teams are gonna be there at the end is like the Bills. I know the damn shit. The Bills.
AFC gonna be a gauntlet. Everybody's coming to the AFC side. I mean, what the heck? Nobody's
Brady. That motherfucker's smart as hell. He's like, man, if I say I'm retired, you know what I mean? Everybody will go somewhere else. Now on the NFC side, we just got to worry about the Rams. I ain't worried about the goddamn Packers with no receivers. You know what I mean?
And the Cowboys took a huge step back.
Yep. Cowboys, the 49ers.
It's a beautiful day.
You're starting.
Beautiful day.
You're starting. Was it Trey Lance? Yeah. I'm not worrying about no Trey Lance.
Think about that. Atlanta lost Matt Ryan, so Atlanta's going to be easy 2 wins.
Yeah.
Who's Carolina's quarterback?
They don't even know. They're going to draft. They drafted somebody.
They're going to draft
Sam Darnold is butt cheeks.
Yeah. Kenny Pickett as a rookie in Carolina.
But I'm just saying, who's like legitimately on the other than the Rams? Who is good in the NFC? I can't even remember.
I don't know. I mean, Tom did a nice move, just kind of waiting because he know nobody in that division too.
Think about it. Russ gone from Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, on the NFC side, I mean, it really kind of is.
With Bucks, turmoil in Arizona with Kyler.
Yeah,
that's a mess.
Yeah, that is a mess. I mean, the Cardinals. I mean, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
And then NFC East is you're looking at Jalen Hurts or Carson
Eagles
Wentz.
putting together a nice little squad though. Now, I like the Eagles squad. I don't know, but I like the little Eagles. They didn't sign some people now.
I'm about to say, hold on. They're one of the 2 teams going at Devontae Parker, right?
So Eagles
need a receiver.
Yeah, Eagles one of them. Yeah, so that's one of the things that's going around. So
and the draft is loaded with receivers. So if you need a receiver, you're gonna get one in the draft because that is
Rager. But I mean the Eagles have just historically they picked up Jalen Rager, who's been a bomb. JJ Arcega, Whiteside, all these guys they pick like second, first round.
They can't draft receivers.
They just be like,
no, they got a decent wide receiver, don't they?
They got Watkins. Watkins is okay, like a late pick. But the thing is they've drafted like Rager high. Rager's been
Rager was in the first round.
I remember
Arcega-Whiteside was in the second round, and then 8 picks after Arcega-Whiteside, 8 or 7 picks after Steelers took Claypool.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference in who can see a receiver and who can't.
They got Smith. They got Devontae Smith's really good. But
that's a top 10. You can't mess that up.
Let's talk about this since we talking about the NFC East, Jay. I know you're ready. We gotta talk about them goddamn. The motherfucking.
I was hoping we avoid this.
Oh no, brother. We gotta talk about them motherfuckers today. The football
Carson Wentz.
Hey, Jay, what's their name? Jay, I'm not even saying their name. What's their name again, Jay?
You gonna do me like that, bro? You gonna do me like that? After all we've been through?
I laugh every time. They're like, the Commanders. Well, you should have just stayed to Washington football.
I like the Washington football team, though.
But the thing is, like I said, I would have still cooked them because I was like, you're the only team in the NFL with no goddamn name. So it's like you can't do no wrong. And on top of that, these motherfuckers changing the name. I mean, the location. They moving the stadium out to Virginia now. From what I hear.
Yeah.
Man, you might as well move. I mean, you might as well just call them the Virginia. They not
Commanders.
Washington. Washington Commanders. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At this point, they are.
They lost Brandon Sheriff, who's their best offensive lineman.
He was a pro. He was the only Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler gone.
Stupid. And they brought in an old guy for the Jags to replace him. Norway. He's good, but he's old.
Yeah, he's good, but man, Carson
and they
Wentz.
got Carson Wentz
for all that money.
I'm gonna put it like this: as much as I don't like Carson Wentz, he's still what like his touchdown and what interception ratio was like 21-7. He ain't gonna do it.
God bless him for losing to the Jags.
Yup. And definitely opened the door.
I mean, I still can't believe it. How the Steelers made the playoffs. It was like threading the needle, and we needed the Jags to come through with a victory, and good old Carson throwing picks left and right. I'm like, oh my gosh.
This motherfucker is horrible. He's horrible. One game against the Jaguars to make the playoffs, and you can't even do that.
That was unbelievable. I'm sitting there at the Steeler-Raven game in Baltimore, looking at my phone. I'm looking at it, and so they put the score up. I'm like, dang, 7-0 Jags. I'm like, okay. Look at 14-0 Jags. I'm like, okay. and then they kept showing the highlights. Another interception. Carson Wentz throwing the oh my God, damn. I mean that.
Oh man!
And then Jay, your beloved Raiders came through at night. What?
All right, here you go. Now the beloved Raiders.
First time in my life, I was like,
yeah, we definitely gave that a light. That was crazy.
I was like, just win, baby.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know what Washington gonna do. Well, I don't understand.
At least the division got stuck because the Cowboys got worse.
Eagles gonna be really good. The Giants still gonna suck. But now check this out.
Giants got Tyrod. He always gets these shitty teams to be quarterback for.
I know.
I mean, if you ain't got nobody, just sign up Tyrod. Here come Tyrod. But the thing is, another thing about like Mitch Trubisky being a pro, you'll always have a job somewhere.
Yeah.
And you'll still be in the league.
As long as you can do something at quarterback position, you'll have a job. But I mean, I'm just looking at this Washington. You traded, a lot for Carson. They gave up a second-round pick. I mean, that could have been an elite receiver, opposite of Terry McLaurin. And is he that much better than Taylor Heineke?
I'm gonna put it like this: he is number one.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz is that much better than Heineke.
Shit, that motherfucker.
I'm telling you, that much better.
You know, my man. You know what I'm talking. We know neutral people on the Colts now. You know the Colts fan I'm talking about. He will say different. He's pretty happy.
Yeah, he's tripping.
Right.
Yeah, look, I gotta understand.
But think about
That's my guy.
at two spots now. The problem with Carson Wentz is his interaction with teammates, and he's a bad locker room guy, and he doesn't get along with teammates. And I mean, when the Eagles were going to Super Bowl, he was bitching and moaning because Nick Foles was winning all them damn games. He was pouting like a little baby on the side. Going
right, this is my team. This is my team.
I mean, and then he goes to Indianapolis, and then he caused the stir against the team, complaining this and that. I mean, the owner wanted to get rid of him. Frank Reich was his guy.
Right. The only guy who cared about him couldn't fix him. He like, this guy, look, this guy sucks. Let's get him up out of here.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is he had 3,500 yards. How much did Tyler Heineke have? I'm not sure. Because I promise you, it may not have been that. The interception to touchdown ratio. Yeah, it is for the Colts. But honestly, still there.
I mean, he was the weak link. Look at that team, man.
Yeah, but that team is – the Colts can even fuck around and whatever. People keep bashing. I'm telling you, Matt Ryan is going to heat some shit up. That offensive line
I think so.
Sucked.
It's I'm built to win. Run the ball. Yeah. Don't mess up.
I was sitting there watching every game we played the Falcons. I was like, the Falcons ain't fucking around. If you look at some of the scores when we played the Falcons, Matt Ryan was he had like a 3-4 touchdown game against the Bucs last season with that horrible offensive line. Now he has the best offensive line, and they had the best offensive lineman in the league in Quentin Nelson. You got the arguably a top 2 running back between him and Dalvin Cook. I mean, or some people even say he's better than Derrick Henry. I mean, y'all got to chill out with that now. He's forgetting who Derrick
if
Henry
you're going to go just based on last season.
Yeah.
Based on last season, he was the man last season.
Derrick Henry was hurt, but yeah.
I'm about to say, they didn't stop playing. Jonathan Taylor, nice. Derrick Henry will eat that man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, I get it. But
I get it too.
Put Matt Ryan behind that offensive line, he can have all day to throw. Matt Ryan is still a cerebral. He don't need to run around. As long as he got time to throw the ball, he can read defenses, unlike Baker Mayfield.
Oh my!
He can find his guy. Okay, he doesn't just hold the ball and look stupid. You know, so he knows what he's doing at the quarterback position. And oh, by the way, the Colts, they're looking at possibly bringing in Julio Jones, a guy Ryan Tannehill couldn't get the ball to, because he sucks too.
Oh yeah, you knew my quote, man. I was talking shit day one.
Man, I was a believer in the Tennessee Titans. So I thought Tannehill, I didn't know he was that fucking horrible. I mean, the first play of the playoff game, you throw a pick. I literally, I'm like, okay, I'll be over there. Man. I'll make myself a big ass sandwich. Oh, interception. Bro, like, you can't make this shit up the first play of the game. I'm sitting there eating my sandwich, dropping mayonnaise on my shirt. Like, what the fuck had just happened? Because I had money on the Titans. And he throws a pick the first play of the fucking game against the goddamn Bengals.
I had money on him too. Damn him.
Man, I remember that.
He's on my garbage list. And I mean, he's gonna be on the garbage list for a long time. That damn Tannehill.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That game, that was my biggest loss all season. Was that playoff game? Because I was like, Titans. I mean, they gonna fuck the Bengals up. I mean, they barely lost. They sacked my man like 10 times. And everybody said, no, Titans defense sucks. Titans defense sucks. Been telling people all season long, look at these free agent moves. And the Titans defense was the strength of the whole entire team.
I don't know why everyone even thought that.
People
That's a great thing. They are, because I saw that from the beginning. Me and you had a conversation. We were here. Me and you agree with everything else but Tannehill. That's the only thing we didn't agree on.
You're right. So, and like I said, I mean, I agree with some of the – well, actually, I don't agree with a lot of – some of these analysts don't have no business being on TV, man. These motherfuckers suck. And like I said, I can have some of these guys on here. I don't respect a lot of them guys, man, because they annoy me. Because they just sit there and make shit up, man. And I'm going to invite one of them on here. You know, I'm going to let them have it. I'm going to be nice and hey, I'm such and such from charging to the game. But when they come on here, man, I'm going to be like, yo, why did you sit there and say that Baker Mayfield was so great and Odell was the problem in Cleveland? And why did you say, you know, all that? Because they just make shit up, man. I just get sick of it. But I mean, let's talk a little bit about NBA fellas before we close out. And
Kyrie back.
Huh?
Oh yeah, New York changed the
Kyrie
law.
back.
Yeah, man.
Stephen A. I hope you. Stephen A. I already saw the video. Say he looked like a damn fool. You do that already enough for your damn self. But I love it. Trust me, it's cute, baby.
But
It's
look,
cute.
but if you think
Memphis
about
is
it though,
for real, man.
look, this is the power of the New York Yankees and the New York Mets in New York. You got that Mets hat. You know, baseball opening day is
I like
coming.
the hats. I don't like the sport.
Opening day is coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, they're not playing.
They had maybe 5 to 10 players on each team who aren't vaccinated. And so a couple calls from the owners of the Mets and the Yankees, and then the mayor made the announcement. We have an exemption.
Were they big players?
No, the owners.
No, I'm saying were they big players that were unvaccinated?
Yes. Like
were they white?
Aaron Judge. I mean,
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, this is the studs of the Yankees who are all unvaccinated.
Fuck
and the rumors are there's a bunch of them on the Mets too. And so the mayor made the announcement at Citi Field, Mets home field today, and said there is an exemption for athletes and entertainers. Now his dilemma in New York, so they had fired a whole bunch of cops and firefighters 3 weeks ago for not being vaccinated. And so he was fighting it, saying, how can I let Kyrie play when I fired half of the police force and fire department? Well, now the way they phrased it, there's an athlete and entertainer exemption to the vaccination rule in the city of New York.
So that money.
So Kyrie is back. He's
He's been playing and balling. Last night, I mean, Kyrie was balling. Now, I did lose last night. I ain't gonna lie to you because I mean, Memphis. I was like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving without John Morant.
Memphis is they're 12-2 without John Morant.
I was just about to see me. Z is here. All right, they're 12. They were 11-2 when they went in there. Right?
They don't lose without John Morant.
And also with the point spread. I also knew that, and the point spread went from like 2.5 to 1.5. And when I saw that, Rome, I said, "Oh yeah, something fishy. It's time to hit him. They're not gonna see it coming." And boom.
See, for me, it was Kyrie's birthday, so I figured Kyrie would go off on his birthday.
Oh shit, I didn't even think that. He did go off though, but it wasn't enough.
But that Memphis team without John Morant, I mean, their coach Taylor Jenkins is probably coach of the year in the NBA. But here's the thing about the Eastern Conference. Think about this. So you're Philly, you're Miami, you're Milwaukee. And the 8th seed is going to be Brooklyn with Ben Simmons and Kyrie back for the playoffs.
Possibly Ben Simmons.
It's trash.
So, you don't want to see them.
And so the next 3 weeks.
I hope it's Boston.
It's going to be Milwaukee, Miami, or Philly. So they're going to be trying to lose on purpose to avoid the number 1 seed and avoid playing Brooklyn in the first round.
It's gonna be something, man. Because
that is a monster. Brooklyn is going to be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference,
and that just piggybacks off what my betting. When I get into my sports bets, because Brooklyn's getting favorable spreads because they're the 8th seed and their record's so horrible. So you can't just make crazy spreads up against them. So like I said, I lost yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did lose that because I was like, okay, KD, Kyrie. But in that game, if you watched it, Memphis, they played really good defense. They shot the ball well. They was pickpocketing KD. There were some questionable calls. The refs did give them some home cooking because Kyrie got fouled like a motherfucker. Every time he was going to the basket, they were slapping the hell out of him. But I mean, Memphis, like I said, they're going to be a problem for the in the Western Conference. Now on the Eastern Conference side, I mean, Boston, they're playing well.
Yeah, Boston is unbelievable. Boston since December. Now I went heavy on Boston last night. Utah is straight garbage on the road, and so Boston at home. I mean, Boston's defense is unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
If you look at their record since February, the beginning of February to now, their defensive rating is the best in the league.
Yeah.
And so
they got the strappers. I mean, they got Marcus Smart. They got Robert Williams is really good.
Robert Williams is amazing.
What's the white center? I forgot. They brought him back.
Tice.
Daniel Tice.
Really good. Yeah.
Sneaky move they got was White, the point guard.
I was about to say White, the point guard coming off the bench.
Getting rid of turnover. What's the dude's name? The Laker dude who used to be in Atlanta, the German guy. I'm trying to think. Point guard, number 17. What is his name? I forget his name, but the guy, the Lakers, the dude who blew $90 million. He turned down $90 million.
Oh, Schroeder.
Get rid of Schroeder and replacing him with Derek White. They've gone 13-1 since they got rid of Schroeder. That has changed everything for them.
I mean, not only that, Pritchard started to step up again. Yeah. Pritchard was like, up and down, but Pritchard stepped in. He was when he starts the ball. Him and White off the bench is kind of.
And Tatum and crazy. Brown and Marcus Smart will be defense. I mean,
Smart, yeah.
I
defense
love
playmaking. 13 assists already.
From a betting perspective, I've been riding the Celtics.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Celtics have been really hot. I like them a lot.
And fading Utah on the road. Utah. I mean, Utah doesn't play no defense. Just fade them on the road.
At home, they good though.
So the last two games. So in Denver, I think they lost by 20 something, and then in Boston they lost by damn near 40 last night.
Mm-hmm.
And the spreads were like -4.
Got their ass beat.
I mean,
man, I'm updating this. Just sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
A good friend of the show. If you guys didn't get a chance to check the episode, check it out. Ronnie Brewer, he's the coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Well, he's assistant coach on the squad. They are up right now over the number 1 seed, Gonzaga.
Oh, yeah.
Gonzaga's fake.
You know what I mean? Wish my man luck earlier. They out there giving it to him. Giving it to him. They could possibly win.
Frauds.
Major underdog. You said there was frauds?
Gonzaga conference always they always win against weaker competition.
And think about the spread. The spread was +10 for Arkansas.
Right, and they're all 3 minutes left.
Fuck.
Oh, another 3. I mean, yeah. So they are.
Bro, they might be moving on. Arkansas, a team that was like +10, +11. They sit there. They cover the state.
What the money line had to be crazy. I didn't even look at the money line. I took the points.
I didn't bet on it. I just wish my man good luck. But
I took that +9.5. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out to the Arkansas. Let's go Arkansas.
Pig Suey. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, they're playing well. But I mean, back to the NBA side, man. I'm looking forward to these. This NBA playoffs are gonna be really, really fun. I'm
Eastern
excited.
Conference is a gauntlet. I mean, it's gonna be unbelievable.
I mean, it's like pick your points. Miami, Philly. You got Brooklyn, who's gonna be the 8th seed.
Now here's Brooklyn's issue. If Brooklyn is in the play-in tournament, and if they got to go to face Toronto, Kyrie can't play in Toronto.
I saw that. The only thing that saves them, in my opinion, because I think they'll beat Toronto. Toronto does play a really good defense. I will say that. Is that Gordon Dragic is a very underrated pickup because their backup point guard was not doing what he's supposed to do. And Patty Mills has been kind of on and off. But Gordon Dragic,
Patty Mills been cooking.
He's been off the ball. He hasn't been.
He's been off ball. Right.
The thing with Toronto has a whole bunch of about 6'7" to 6'9" wings who can all score, who can all shoot, and who can all play the defense.
They be rebounding like fuck, man.
They will always have a chance.
I can't remember.
Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby. I mean, they got a bunch of dudes, and then Scotty Barnes is unbelievable. Scotty Barnes is unbelievable.
I ain't know it was
as a rookie.
Yeah.
And then Fred VanVleet could score from anywhere.
Raptors. I mean, Nick Nurse is the head coach of the Raptors. Nick Nurse is doing an amazing job.
And Masai Ujiri, as the GM, he always just retools.
Yeah, and I mean Pascal Siakam, he's really stepped his game up because I was just like, man, I mean, if Pascal Siakam is going to be your second or first guy or option, you ain't gonna be doing much. But he's really showing. He was cooking the 76ers the other night, closed them out. But I mean, from an NBA perspective, like I said, it's gonna be a lot of good games. And down the stretch, there's a lot of stuff going on. What did you guys think about what happened the other night in Miami, man, with Udonis Haslem and was it Jimmy Butler? I don't know what the hell happened with that, man.
Jimmy Butler trying to fight Spoelstra. I mean, Jimmy Butler's trying to win a title.
He's the coach.
Spoelstra got what, 5 rings?
Right.
I mean,
man, he's so stupid, man.
Because if you heard the mic, he said, "What do you want to do? Fight me?" And
who Spoelstra said that?
Yeah, because he was telling Jimmy, get back and play some defense. They were losing
to
Golden State without Steph, Clay, Draymond playing. All the rookies, Kuminga going crazy, killing them.
Man, I've been saying this about Jimmy Butler. He's
everywhere he's been. Though.
He thinks he's better than what he is. Like you said, yeah. I mean, in Minnesota, I'm in Philadelphia. Oh, this is the issue. Bro, go back to when you was with the Chicago Bulls. Just play because you suck on the offensive end. Shoot, I saw him in Philly.
Wizards fans remember Nene beating his ass where he tried he tried to step to John Wall. Nene was pop pop pop.
Like, Nene don't play, bro. But yeah, I mean, Jimmy Butler, man. Like I said, another guy thinks he's better. He has no offensive game, bro. You guys. Now I went to Philly the other night when the Heat came, the 76ers beat them and smoked them
without their stars playing. That's 2 games in a row. They lost
no James Harden and no Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey killed them.
Think about that. That's why Spoelstra was pissed. The last 2 games, no All-Stars on either team, and they lost both of them.
And he's their superstar. He's supposed to be their star. Tyler Hero's their best player, offensive player. I mean, seeing him live.
Jimmy can't shoot threes, and he keeps taking them. I mean, I think he was like 2 for 18 in the last 3 weeks since the I saw a stat since the All-Star game. He's 2 for 18 from 3. Stop shooting threes. Stop shooting threes.
He thinks he's good, bro. I'm telling you. I'm gonna say this right now. Jimmy Butler. When I was at the game, this guy was out. Like I like watching these guys. I get there early so I can watch these guys more, watch their temperament. He's sitting there joking around because he used to play in Philly, smiling and all of this and that. Guess what Tyler Hero was doing? Guess what Kyle Lowry was doing? And like I said, those were the guys who was kind of holding it down. Bam at about all those. He was sitting there acting like he's the man. Came out there and did nothing. Tyler Hero. I don't know if you guys watched the game. There was a possession. Like, when I was live at the game, like I said, there's nothing like seeing stuff live. Tyler Hero was going back and forth with the crowd. Him and Shake Milton was going back and forth. It was like almost like street ball. Shake Milton would come down, you know what I mean, lay up. Tyler Hero would come down, talk trash to the crowd. You guys suck, blah, 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 blah. Tyler Hero is the real deal, man. I mean, I just love his game. You know what I mean? He's so smooth. But, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Jimmy Butler, man. He just need to go.
From a Wizards perspective, what happened yesterday, now that's going to start the big push they're trying to get Beal in the offseason. So they will try to dump
Butler. Keep hearing that. So why? So I keep hearing that, yeah.
But Beal won't opt out. I just saw there was a nice podcast Draymond Green had with Beal as his guest for an hour. Mm-hmm. And Beal said, my goal is to play in June, and my dream is to do that in Washington.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, well,
the
extra 280 something million that he's going to get to stay in Washington. But I mean, he said it was also nice to be a free agent. But he said the greatest thing about Washington is they never made a move without him knowing it. So he's had full conversation with the teams on everything they've done. And he said he appreciates that. And so as a Wizards fan, that's encouraging.
Yeah, and we even had was it Kelsey Nicole Nelson on? She was kind of telling about Beal's, people sitting there worried. They said he's kind of connected to the city. It's something about the city that he likes and he wants to stay, and everything like that. So, I mean,
but he doesn't want to play in June, so they've got to make moves.
Yeah.
I mean, right now,
what's his name's playing really good.
I'm interested in Kristaps.
Yeah, Kristaps is playing wow.
Yeah, so that's their building block. They got Kristaps and they got Kuzma. So it's Kuzma, Kristaps, and Beal. Right. The rest of the team they can get rid of. They need a point guard. Beal was on the postgame show talking about we need a good 6'5" to 6'7" point guard. I mean, he described Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm sitting there like, what the heck? He's sitting there. This team, the only thing we need is a good 6'5", 6'6" point guard who'll drive to the hoop, who'll score, and then he'll kick it out to me. I'm like, this dude is describing Dinwiddie. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
And Dinwiddie's doing great, but Dinwiddie's meant to be a second off ball handler.
He's not a point.
He's doing work out there with the Mavs. I mean,
Luka's helping him.
That's a great fit. Yeah, that's a great fit, man. And
playing off Luka. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say I'm reading about it that they got ready. They picked up Dinwiddie because they think that Jalen's not going to be there next year. Brunson.
Yeah, he's a free agent. So he's gonna get paid.
They think he's gonna get paid somewhere. So.
Mavs another sneaky team, man. Mavs playing good ball. You know.
Oh, and who else? Mitchell Robinson. They also glamour for Mitchell Robinson as well from the New York.
Nick,
center.
Nick, big man.
Yeah. He's pretty solid. Not gonna lie to you. Defense is to be there for sure.
Yeah.
But that's what they Wizards need a point guard. I mean, Ish Smith and Neto. I mean, you can't.
You said Ish Smith.
I mean, I'm hearing Wizards gonna get the guy from Kentucky. Is it Tata?
Yeah, so they'll be in the lottery. That's why I'm rooting for them to lose. We need. If they could get like somebody like Tyrese Maxey, a young guard who could
Tyrese Maxey ain't going nowhere.
No, I'm saying somebody like him. Find somebody in the draft who could come in and just make an impact as a guard. That's what the Wizards need. Not signing some. I mean, but Beal wants older guys.
What about the guys from Tennessee? Them boys nice. What's the point guard? He's really good. I forgot his name. Number one. Some of those guys are pretty good.
I like Ivy from Purdue.
Y'all not making it then.
I mean,
honestly, you better be lucky that hope that we don't make that trade with Portland because we may get Ivy and Blanchero maybe going crazy.
See, I'm hoping for Ivy. I mean, he'll fit in perfect. That's the guy they need. Put him right next to Beal. You got Kuzma and Porzingis, bigs up front. Daniel Gafford, big guy at the center. I mean, Wizards got size. You'll have shooters. And then that's it. If you get a good point guard, I mean, you get a point guard surrounded with Beal, Kuzma, and Porzingis. Yeah. Porzingis stretches it, he could shoot three. Kuzma stretches it, he could shoot three. Beal could shoot, or Beal will be controlling the offense, just scoring. You need a point guard just to orchestrate it. You don't need and that was Spencer's problem because Spencer was trying to score 30 and everybody else was mad. So there was no chemistry. I mean, I even saw a press conference with him in Dallas saying, I don't know why they hated me in DC, but they love me here. I love Luka. I love this team. I love everything about it. I'm like, damn
it. They made the right trade. I mean, because Luka was butting heads with Kristaps. Like a lot of people might not know Luka. I'm telling you, Luka he don't get along with everybody, man.
But I mean, Wizards.
Him and Kristaps hated each other.
Dumping Bertans' contract was that might have been worth anything because that dude was getting $16 million a year for the next 3 years.
Yeah, that was a good trade. Yeah.
Bertans got the worst damn contract in the league and got somebody to take it. I mean, you can have Spencer, but you got to take Bertans with him.
They say you gotta take Bertans.
NBA, like I said, it's gonna be a lot going on. Let's see what's the score before we get out into these bets, man. Arkansas is still up, man.
It's over.
Oh shit! Why didn't refresh my page? They won?
Nah, it's about to be over. It's 21 seconds. It's 6. I don't know. They 66 62. Arkansas.
62.
Who got the ball? Arkansas.
That reminds me of this froze.
So anybody who took that plus 10 like I did, I know you're sitting pretty right now. But think about that.
Arkansas. Let's go.
But that anybody who took that high ass money line, I know you celebrating.
There you go, man. I mean,
they just scored 67, 62, man. It's about to be over.
Yeah, it's done.
Villanova is about to beat Michigan.
That's why I don't understand what the odds makers are doing. Plus 10, that's crazy.
Because they knew everybody.
It closed at 9.5. I mean, but that's nuts.
Arkansas wins ugly. That's why.
Plus 400 money line.
Yeah. But let's close up with the bets, fellas, man. I mean, what you guys got, man? I mean, I know it's been a while. I mean, right now it's a lot of NBA and college basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, I've even, spent my time doing my research. I've usually never really look at college basketball, but the money's been calling, and I've been doing pretty solid, man. Like I said, I pick my spots here and there, and everything like that. On the NBA side, I've been really, doing a pretty solid job. Like I said, I haven't really been betting a lot, just because the simple fact that, like I said, my Super Bowl, man, from the NFL Super Bowl, it's just like, why? I'm just gambling. I don't have a gambling problem. I gamble when I want to win money. Some of these people got have gambling problems. You just bet on anything.
You got to find an edge, and it's got to make sense. I mean,
Yeah.
if you, like right now, Portland is straight tanking, and so that's a team to fade. And now they will have their spots, so you got to watch their lineups. And so the key to Portland will either cover the spread or they'll lose by 50. And so you need to catch them when they lose by 50. So if you see a spread 9, 10 and a half, they're going to lose by 40 or 50. And so
40 or 50.
and then the key to them is Anthony Simons. So if Simons is not playing, they love to rest him at least once a week. So you got to watch the spots where he's rested. So pay attention to that. If he is resting, they will lose by 40. Yeah. I mean, you'll see that Portland, minus 11. Yeah, take it.
Hey, Portland. I'm on Boston heavy. When they're at home, I love Boston.
The Pistons plus the points. That's a beautiful bet.
That's Z's bet. Yeah, Z been. Pistons, I ain't gonna lie. He been showing
Detroit.
me every night. I was
Detroit basketball.
There we go. Yes, sir. I love it. Detroit basketball.
You got me yelling that every night.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. For me, like I said, I'm just cruising. Like Memphis has really made me a lot of money.
Memphis first half. So Memphis is the best first quarter scoring team. So they always come out strong, even if Ja's out. Like I was saying, they're 13-2 without Ja.
Their defense is really good. Memphis, I'm telling you, they got so many
first
guys.
Quarter,
Bane, Jared Jackson, Dillon Brooks.
Dillon Brooks.
All of those guys.
Look, so tonight they're on a back-to-back. People were worried. Oh, it's a back-to-back. They are up 84-48.
They're deep. Memphis is
Look
deep
at that first score. I mean, on a back-to-back, 84-48.
Those guys run, man. If you catch, and I will say this, and this is what I've been doing. If you see Memphis against an old slow team like the Lakers or somebody like that, just name your price and just put your money on them, because them boys, they get the ball off the rebound and then they run.
Beale Street bullies, they love blowing teams out.
I'm telling you,
when they play the bad teams, Beale Street bullies.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, as soon as they get the rebound, they run. They run. I'm telling you, they run to the corner. They run to the basket. They defend. You're not gonna get no easy shots. You're lucky if you score over 94 points. You're lucky if you score over 90 points on Memphis. You gotta have elite scores. Yeah. They was sitting there. They was holding Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant turned the ball over like 5-6 times. Stripped him. This is the best score in the NBA.
They're deep. The Pelicans are the other team. Pelicans plus the points. Watch them.
I don't know why they're getting so many points on the Pelicans.
Because they sucked at the beginning of the year, and these odd makers.
But they're trying to make up for it.
No, but no. What they do is when they do the odds, they do the yearly averages. So the first two, they started off 0-14, so that makes their averages look horrible for the season. But that was before they had CJ. And that was a totally different team. So you always get good numbers of the Pelicans because the computer system just does a number algorithm to figure out the point spread. That algorithm includes the first 2 months of the season when they were the worst team in the league. Yeah. they're not that team anymore. So you'll always get good numbers on New Orleans.
Nah, that's true. I want to give a special shout out to my man's K-Mob. He definitely said Memphis is going to be down the line. We're going to either see them on like a championship, or we may see them versus Detroit Pistons one of these years. I'm calling for it. I'm clamoring for it. I'm with it.
And what?
You heard me, bro. You heard me.
In the regular season.
Title.
What you going for? Okay. All right, we got to close out.
Like
Hey,
I
what you
said,
been drinking over there, man?
Detroit covers the spread. They don't win.
Right.
They cover the spread.
That's fine. But it's always been said. Like I've been telling people, we may be like Memphis soon. When Memphis had a 3-year turnaround, they were trash. First year they got Ja Morant. Second year you seen marginal gain. Okay, and this third year they're going crazy.
Oh man! Exclamation point! Arkansas won.
I love it.
Man,
absolutely.
Let's go.
I love it.
So shout out to the guys.
Shout out, coach.
With the Arkansas. Shout out to Ronnie Brewer and the squad, the boys,
family.
Man.
Elite 8. And remember when we talked to him right in the preseason, he said they were going to have a squad.
He did.
He did say that.
He look did. At this. And I'm going to put the episode right below the episode so you guys can check it out. Like we had him on the show. He talked about Arkansas basketball. He talked about all the guys that they had.
Note the young guy who's going to shock the world and do something. The big man who was the young freshman who could make a difference. And look at this. In March, wow, they're upset Gonzaga. They're going to the Elite 8.
Who are they going to be playing?
So,
doesn't Duke play tonight?
No, but Duke plays tonight. But the other side of their bracket, hold on.
Houston, Arizona is the late game. That's going to be pretty.
That's going to be a great game.
Houston plays. I like Houston's defense.
Yeah, I about to say Houston. Slash.
Shit.
Hold on. What was the coach's name for Arkansas again?
Their head coach is Eric Musselman.
Yeah, it's Eric Musselman.
Yeah, but
Ronnie Brewer was our guy.
Yeah,
I'm about to say because I would say Ronnie Brewer. I'm going to say the assistant coach.
Yeah,
okay. All right, man. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
Man, they were 80-1 to win the national title before the tournament started. If you put $5 on that, the 80-1 is still alive.
I'm just thinking back, bro.
That's crazy, 81. But yeah, we got some hits on here, bro. Yeah, we got some hits.
Yeah, we had some great guys. We had Ronnie Brewer. We had Coach Edwards. He was talking about he was talking about the quarterback. He's gonna go in the NFL draft. Brown University.
Houston just had him in. Yep.
I mean, he's gonna get drafted. Ice Young, I just talked to her. She's actually gonna be on. I want to have her on for the playoffs. She's now gonna be the color commentator for the Connecticut Sun, the women's WNBA basketball team. I mean, we're gonna come on. She's gonna talk about that, and then talk about what she's doing from a basketball perspective overseas. And talk some trash about this NBA stuff. And then, like I said, it's just so much stuff, man. We had a lot of great guests. And like I said, more to come. More to come. Some of the agents, I know they don't like me blowing up some of their players, but some of these guys suck, man. I'm sorry. One guy, he was like, yeah, man, I can't call you bashing my guy. Like, why, man? I can't be talking about my guys like that. Look, man, that guy sucks.
Look, man, I don't make the rules. All right.
Look at this.
Right. So I make the rules.
Arkansas plays the winner of Duke and Texas Tech, and so
that's
it could be because both of them are sketchy.
Yeah. So Texas Tech, Duke is young. Texas Tech is a defensive team. Yeah. If they play Duke, they got the advantage big time.
This was the toughest matchup to me. Gonzaga. That sky's the limit for Arkansas, man.
It is. I think they crushed that threshold. That was it. But like I said, Gonzaga always been fake.
You're right. That. They don't play nobody.
Yeah, they don't play nobody. So that's what I believe.
Anything else, fellas?
They're out in San Francisco, so that's Musselman's. Remember, he was the coach of Sacramento. So and his dad was a coach out there. So that's where he grew up. And so he's back home. He's back home with his team in San Francisco.
Homecoming. But like a shout out to those guys, man. Anything else, fellas, before we get out of here? Anybody you guys want to shout out? Like I said, I mean, it just feels good to be back, man. I ain't gonna lie, it feels good to be back. Because I've been listening to a lot of bullshit on ESPN and there's a few good sports podcasts out there, man. But in my opinion, like I said, maybe it's biased, but we give really good, honest, some unpleasant, some pleasant takes.
That's true. Some people are not gonna be fan of my takes, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I live and die by mine. Well, I say it differently. Sometimes I will, but don't approach me with that same energy because I will give you that shit back. That's it.
And that's how it's supposed to be, though, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
little known fact. So Arizona plays Houston tonight. Next, they're playing in San Antonio. So Houston should have a home crowd. I just took Houston money line, but just for both of you.
I already put my bet in on Houston because I like Houston's defense.
And they're playing in San Antonio, so they'll have the crowd. So that'll be.
I teased them. I took a teaser with them and the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks are blowing out the fucking Wizards. Yeah. So
and let's go Denver. So I got Denver. So I got Houston with Arkansas. So Arkansas already came through. Let's go Houston.
Man, let's go, man. Like I said, back with the money, man. Like we'll see. Shout out to all the guys that are getting this money at the sport. I know a lot of guys now, man, openly talking about sports betting, talking about how much money they make, man. Some of these people, like I said, there's going to be a time, some of these guys are just going to become professional sports bettors and quit their regular job and work at Sam's Club like my guy, okay? I'm still proud of my man, dog. I still can't believe my man really went all in on that Super Bowl, man, with the Rams. Took Rams money line. Took the Rams money line, took out a loan, and hit him over the head.
Beautiful bet.
Man. But hey, that's it for the show, man. Like I said, we'll see you guys back next week. We're gonna be more consistent with it. Like I said, we were kind of taking a break and everything. So one more thing before I hop off of here, man. I mean, Jay, I wanted to ask you, man. Actually, Texas is not a spring break city, is it?
No, it was definitely spring break around.
Yeah, it used to be. Was it Galveston or somewhere? I remember years and years ago when I was a youngster.
The spring breakers, they go
down to Texas.
Are they going crazy out there?
Man, they were. Yeah. They were. Yeah, I mean, I've been behind, but you also know at the same time we had the rodeo too. At the same time, so a lot of people were funneling through there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why the Spurs were on that long ass road trip.
Hey, I've been hearing a lot of these little spring break stories, man.
Man.
Some of them are crazy. Some people are just
out of it.
Yeah, man.
You see Miami, the city trying to shut it down so they don't have the people there for spring break. Miami Beach.
Because these spring break stories,
I ain't mad at them.
Some of these people, I got some friends, like I said, I'm not in that group because, I ain't saying I'm better than nobody. Nothing like that. I just don't want to be a 30-plus-year-old person or 29-year-old person
I'm good
chasing around 22, 23-year-old.
I'm good. I'm past that.
Who won't be the old guy on the beach? You know what I mean? Just sitting there looking stupid in all the little sports bars and stuff.
We had our time. We enjoyed it.
We done. Yeah, we done. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good catching the bid. Some of my guys making trips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna talk to you about something offline. The boxing match is coming up.
Well, if it's something we can go to,
I'm gonna talk to you.
I gotta go see that.
Of course, you know, that's it. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it. But I guess we've been here for a minute, so.
All right, man. So, like I said, that closes out the show, everybody. See you next show. Take it easy. And we'll see you next show. Peace.